Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of the Nekozuki Knits podcast. My name is Katie, and I would like to say hello to all new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining me today. I am coming to you out of Cochrane, Alberta, Canada, and it is very warm here for February. I think I said it's February 8th, 2016, correct? It's Monday. This is the second of a weekly podcast now. Normally I podcast every couple weeks, but I decided to change up my format. And down in below me here, there will be a whole list of where you can find me on social media. And that's something new I'm going to start trying as well, so that you don't have to listen to me reiterate it every episode. So let's get right into it. I currently have two works in progress. So the first one is the Vivid blanket by Tin Can Knits. And so this is the 6th square right now. I have completed 5 others. So there's the front, so there's 3 of this blue, 1 of the gold, and then 1 of the red, and there will be a green that we'll be adding as well. However, there's significantly more blue squares than there are red, gold, and green, so I'm kind of trying to balance out that I'm not knitting them all at once and getting bored. So I figured I would start with another red one. And I'm getting about 3 squares out of a ball of Diamond Luxury Collection Pure Wool Superwash. About 200 meters per skein, and yeah, it made 3, and I have 4 balls of the blue, so that's exactly what I need. I need 12 of the blue squares, 5 of the yellow, which I have 2 skeins of, 4 of the red, which I have 2 skeins of, and 4 green, which I have 2 skeins of as well. And that's for my friend's baby boy that she just had last week. And finally finding out the sex, I could start the blanket, because I figured it's a little bit too much effort to knit a blanket when you don't know the sex, because I don't want to screw up the colors, and it worked out perfect. My other work in progress is my Canadiana socks so they're just vanilla socks. They're from Fishnet's Yarn in her Strong Heart base. Yes, and these are on US1 2.25 millimeter needles. And as you can see, I finally got, so I knit these toe up, which is probably a good thing, because then I didn't get, I got excited to get to the colors. But now I've got most of the white stripe done, and then I'm going to go to this red, and then white, and then yellow, and then white, and then blue. And if that reminds you of something, that's because it does. It's the Hudson Bay blanket color idea. So those are also work in progress. I actually did get quite a bit of work done on those. And on because I got 5 of the Vivid blanket squares done, I got to that stripe. And I finished the newborn raglan, and I haven't cut any ends or anything like that, because it still needs to be blocked. I wove them in, but it needs to be blocked, and then I'll trim the ends. And it needs buttons too. But anyway, so the other cool thing is that now, the blanket pretty much matches the sweater colors, which I thought was very clever of me. Once in a while, I please myself. So just a newborn raglan cast on from the top here and knit down. It's got a wee bitty garter shawl collar, wee bitty button band. Goes like that. And yeah, it's all garter stitch, and this is garter stitch and round. This was knit flat. So I'm really pleased with how that came out, actually. And in case you're wondering, what I'm wearing is my Sentiment shawl by Andrea Rangel. I finished this last year in February. It needs a block again. And it's out of Malabrigo Rasta in the Pagoda colorway. I do also have another work in progress, which is a sample for a shawl design I'm currently doing, but I'm not going to show that to you because it's a shawl design that is unique to me. So sorry about that. Okay, so I just realized I forgot all the books I've read, but I can give you a list. So I finished Frog Music by Emma Donoghue. Definitely an adult fiction book, so no kids there. I also finished The Earl and the Fairy, volumes 2 to 4 by Ayuko. I found out actually that those were based on a light novel series by another Japanese author, so I will include their name. It's Mizue something. Mizue. Um, then I also read A Natural History of Dragons by Mary Brennan, and I really enjoyed that. I read that in a day. And then I also basically shotgunned Mort by Terry Pratchett. I read both of those the same day. And so that's how I got a lot of this knitting done, was I was knitting while I was reading. And then I'm not reading really anything right now, but I am studying Japanese. I'm going back over and reviewing what I learned when I was in university. I'm actually using the same textbooks. And my vocabulary is terrible, and that's mostly what I need, is to review the vocabulary. Although I'm realizing that I have forgotten a lot of the grammar patterns, although a lot of what's in there isn't the conversational items that I'm going to need anyway. So what I have remembered is good, and there's a few things that I need to drill back into my head. But mostly it's for the grammar, or not the grammar, the vocabulary. Excuse me. And also for kanji, because my reading skills are abysmal right now. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see. There's not too much to talk about this week, actually. This is going to be a super short episode, although that's kind of the point of doing these every week, is they don't take as long. So, besides studying Japanese, I've been prototyping new bags, which I'm trying to decide if I'm putting in the shop or not. Made 3 last night and finally figured out what I would want on the 3rd one. I'm still working on the vinyl bags, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to get that. They were just being really persnickety last night, so I need to go to sew something else. And we've been planning for Japan. I got our Disney tickets last Thursday or something like that. So that was really cool. I printed them out and they're ready to go. So everything is done now except for actual cash for the trip. So that's really nice. And besides that, I haven't done much this week. I was really demotivated early in the week, like to the point where I didn't even knit. I didn't feel like knitting on anything, so I just didn't. So I actually cleaned, which anybody who knows me, that's strange. I'm not a big fan of housework. So I usually find any other excuse to knit. So like the blanket would be a perfect excuse. I need to knit it because the baby needs it. But I didn't even feel like working on it. Although those squares go super fast until you get to the garter border. So I'm really happy with the progress that I made on it in a week. Because I went and got that yarn on Tuesday, and today is Monday, and I have 6 squares. Well, I'm on the 6th, so if I finish that today, I've made a square per day. And I do need 25 squares, so I need quite a few, but I'm not too worried. I should be able to get that done here in the next couple weeks. So finally, this is the shop news. And that's all there is, actually. So if you're just here for the knitting and the reading, that's it. I'm done. Everything else will be shop news, and I will chat with you guys next week. Hopefully I'll have a couple finished objects. The socks, at minimum, should be done. And I'll have a picture of the newborn raglan with the buttons on it as well. If you want to stick around for shop news, it's also going to be a very short segment. Basically, the news is that the next shop update will be February 24th, 2016, which is a Thursday, I think. Yes, no, Wednesday, sorry. Today's a Monday. For some reason, I thought it was Tuesday. Anyway, it'll be Wednesday, February 21st, 24th. And it'll be in the evening. It's going to be 5 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific. And so 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and then I believe it's 7:30 in Maritimes. And that one will include box, wedge, and box and wedge of both sizes, and a bunch of different prints that I've just actually got from Japan late in December last year. And the preview will be 2 weeks from now, so February 22nd, the Monday again. I had to figure out what day I was actually updating. I actually had to look at the calendar because I'm podcasting every week, but I don't like doing all the work of updates when Dallas is home, so sewing and photographing it. And so he's home this week and then gone next week. So I had to give myself time to sew next week and get all the like post sewing done, like photographs, listings, etc. Without him here. So that's why it's going to be February 22nd will be the preview. So that's 2 weeks. And then the update will be on the 24th. Scheduling, I tell you, like some days it's really difficult actually. And then the other news is that the shop, while we are away, will be closed from March 9th to April 9th. So the full month of, like a full month, because we will be gone in that period. I'm not telling you the exact dates because I don't want creepers or anything like that. But yeah, the shop will be closed March 9th to April 9th. So that'll give you some time to, if you want anything from the February 24th update, you can purchase it and have time to send it out. And obviously being gone so long, I don't want to leave the shop open because nobody will be able to ship anything. And we'll have house sitters and everything like that, but that's not a responsibility that I want to give them either. So that's all for episode 23. I'm under 15 minutes. I haven't even had to cut off with the camera or anything like that. So I hope that you guys all have a good week. Love to hear from you on the Ravelry boards about any of the projects that you're working on. And yeah, enjoy your week. Happy crafting, and I will chat with you soon. Bye!